Just recently, I saw this folk art here, a metal chair with a flower pot in it. And I said to myself, I got to do this. So this is the one that inspired me. I saw this and it inspired me to do my own. And come along with me while I show you how I did it. This is how it ended up. It was a metal chair. I ended up making mine all out of metal, no wood at all. And painted it gold because that's the kind of paint I had laying around. And this is the finished product. But I'm gonna start from the beginning and show you exactly how I did this. And you can do this in 2-3 hours maybe. The key here is to always do it with found material, stuff that you just find. People are throwing it away, or you get it real cheap. Here we go from the beginning. Right off the get-go, you see this chair. I found 4 of these chairs. People were throwing it away in the garbage because they were destroyed. The canvas is ripping. So they're made out of metal, and I said, no way am I going to let these go to the dump. So, I know I can do something with them. So I picked them up, and I put them in the backyard, and sure enough, now I got the idea. So here we go. First thing you're going to do is cut all this canvas off because the canvas is all ripped to pieces. And if we're going to make folk art for outside, I'm going to try to make as much metal as possible. And this is hard to do holding the camera, so I'm going to put the camera down and try to do this with 2 hands. It'll be much safer. So bear with me here. That's okay. So we're going to rip all that off there. First step is to take all the canvas off there. And pretty soon I'm going to put the camera down and do it the correct way. Alright, well, anyhow, we got that off of there. And now we got down to the metal shell. My first idea was, I got these also, I picked up these out of the garbage sometime. They were old aluminum trays in bad shape. And I know that the bottom's going to work perfect, but I wasn't too happy with the back like that. So I'm going to be looking through all my scrap piles and try to find something better for the back. But originally I was thinking to put that back there. But anyhow, the first thing we do is make the hole. Now I could have made the hole a little bigger, but you never want to make the hole too big. So what I did is I tried to find out where the outside of the edge, the widest part is, and then I wanted to go halfway around. So mainly you just take a black magic marker and just draw yourself a circle. Make the circle bigger than the bottom of the pot, but not as big as the top of the pot. It's really simple. Now, the hard part of this project is actually going to be cutting this metal. You're going to have to get a metal saw, and you always have to wear safety glasses. That's when you're working with metal and you're cutting that metal. Little piece of metal gets in your eye and you're going to ruin your day, and if not your whole month. Could even go blind. So always wear safety goggles when you see this is the cutting tool that I use. I'm going to use this cutting tool and I'm going to cut the hole out. So that's done. Make sure you use your goggles. Now we're just going to drill holes. Drill the holes through here, and I'm going to attach the pan to the metal chair. And the hardest part was cutting out the circle. Other than that, you can pretty easy do-it-yourself job. Okay, now here's the big pile of junk I got. Now I always tell people, if you're going to do folk art, if you're going to do stuff like what we're doing today, you've got to have a pile of scrap somewhere. How would there's some more chairs we can do more projects with. How are you going to do folk art if you don't have a pile of scrap? So I'm experimenting with the back there. I thought that would really make a nice back. I really did. And it would make a nice back. But I decided against that one because I found another piece I like better. This piece here actually has a flower on it. and I think it fits better. So this is the one, I picked this out of the old scrap pile, and this item I probably picked up at a garage sale for a couple bucks. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, and here we go. It's made out of metal. Believe it or not, this thing's made out of metal. And we're going to paint the edges gold. See the black edges? We're going to spray a little gold paint on there so it matches. And there it is. Look, it's just very simple. So I hope I've given you some ideas. I mean, I thought this was a great idea. You put the flower pot in there, and it's a metal chair. It'll be able to handle outside temperatures. And I don't know, I just thought this was a cool idea. And it took me a couple hours to do this. The cutting the hole was the hardest part. Drilling holes and putting the screws in, that's easy. But it all comes down to being able to find found materials in the garbage. You see, this chair was in the garbage. And I picked up the flower back for $1 at a garage sale. That's the key, picking up things really, really cheap.